I put together a new case on Abby. They read through it and they called me and said there was multiple indicators of other victims. They were going to defer charging Abby's case until they could get another victim to come forward. I again reached out to the moms. I said, you know, if your daughter wants to come and talk off the record, I can come to her. But ultimately she was not at that point. And so everything got put on hold for a month or two.
Her daughter eventually did call you, right?
October 31st of 2015, my work cell phone rang. I answered it and it was the daughter, clearly upset. It was the anniversary of her sexual assault, and she said, a friend of mine just came home, said she saw Daniel Drill-Mellum at a frat party. I want you to come and arrest him. I said, well, it's very clear to me that he has upset you. A year later, you're still terrified of him. How would you like to help me put him away? And about 2 weeks later, she came in to our police department. She brought a third victim with her, and they both wanted to report their stories to me.
So you now have a second and third victim.
The second victim told me about being raped by Daniel Drill-Mellum at a frat party. He had taken her down into a laundry room, forced her to the ground, and raped her on the laundry room floor. The third victim was a little different in that she had previously known Daniel. She voluntarily went to sleep on the couch with him and woke up to him raping her. They ultimately did not end up charging that case. They said it wasn't clear-cut enough.
Do you think there are other victims out there?
Oh, absolutely.
So let's talk about the arrest.
I submitted the 2 additional cases. They combined them with Abby's, got a call from the prosecutor's office that they were willing to move forward, but at this point, we knew that Daniel was out of the country in Australia. So now we had to tackle the logistics of what do we do in arresting him. Working with the prosecutor's office, we opted to not sign the charges at that point. We knew he'd eventually come back.
You don't sign the charges because you don't want to make a record of him yet, right?
Once we sign the charges, an arrest warrant gets issued and then it becomes public information.
He knows it. Where did you arrest him?
I arrested him on an airplane, Christmas Eve, 2015.
Okay, so he had flown back from Australia.
Yes.
And the airplane was where?
It was sitting at the gate at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport.
How did you know he would be back that night on that flight?
Social media. I had been digging to see if he would post any information, and what I found was a posting for his sister's wedding. December 22nd, I get a call from my contact at airport police who says he just booked tickets for Christmas Eve once he was airborne. I got in a car, drove to the police department, picked up a uniformed officer, went down, met with airport police, and we were standing on the jetway, and as soon as they opened the door, we walked onto the airplane, walked down the aisle, and walked right up to him and said, Daniel Drill-Mellum, you're under arrest for sexual assault.
You have to tell me the look on his face.
He was clearly shocked that we would walk onto an airplane and arrest him. He did not ask what it was for. He did not protest in any way. We walked him through the concourse in handcuffs, and I locked him in the holding cell.
How did you tell Abby?
Picked up the phone and called Abby and said, I have a Christmas present for you.
I was completely shocked. I had no idea that, I thought he was gone forever. I knew he'd moved to Australia. I thought they're never gonna arrest him now. He's never gonna go to prison.
Wow.
I think I was crying pretty heavily, but in a happy way, almost just so relieved that it felt like it was over.
Well, God bless you, Kevin Randolph.
Thank you.